as it stands, with raids, it's actually easier to find multiple Zapdos in a day than it is to find something like Chansey or Larvitar. So there's no challenge really in finding them, the challenge is in actually...
Alright, so I really wanted to make this video for a couple of reasons. One, because there is a lot of backlash of what Pokemon Go really is right now. And as you probably hear a little bit in the background because I was actually watching it. And I've been watching Mystic 7, Reversal, I've been watching all the players that have been out there in the Pokemon Go Stadium event in Japan, you know. I don't know what to say. I don't know why people think that the game is unfair for them when it really isn't. You know, the game where you're supposed to go out there and have fun isn't really catching the eyes of people. It's like they think that just because you are stuck at home, not able to move or not able to drive or bike or walk at this point, then it's unfair for the game, you know. It's like, what's the point of Pokemon Go, really? It's like people are really thinking that Pokemon Go should be for everybody, and it really isn't for everybody. It is just a game that you get out there and go, and you can catch cool things in your phone because it is something that we love since the beginning, since Pokemon ever came out, or even for players who just started out like Mystic 7, wanted to learn what Pokemon really is, but never played like the original games or anything like that. So I'm making this video because I really want to show you guys that the game isn't really not unfair. It's mostly incomplete. It's just incomplete for a lot of things. So let me adjust myself here and let me actually say a couple of things here. So number one problem right now is that people are saying the Pokemon Go is unfair because it doesn't help the players who are in rural areas. Let me show you right here, right now, what exactly I'm in my situation. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and load the app right now for you guys to see exactly what happens. And let me show you, it's like loading right here, right now. Okay, load it in. Okay, the game crashed. Problem number one, crashes, but not really. Let me go ahead and restart the game one more time, just for the sake of it. And I'm not gonna cut any of this part exactly until that part, you know. Okay, so the game has loaded in. It hasn't shown anything yet. I'm not gonna move around the camera on my character yet because I want to show you guys exactly what happens. But I want it to load entirely first, so you guys can see my situation, my problems, and really what I am as a Pokemon Go player, and where I am at least, you know. So as you can see, I'm moving around the camera now. There's nothing. I don't have any Pokestops around my area or any gyms. Now, if I drive a little bit farther than my community right now, yes, I will have maybe one Pokestop or two Pokestops, but in the far distance. You can't see it here, but in the far distance, I'll take pictures later probably, I don't know. And then one gym, and only a 5-minute walk, or not even a 5-minute walk, a 5-minute drive. You know, one gym out of everything. Now, my near site is just all, you know, wild Pokemons. You can't find the Pokestops, you can't pinpoint them, you don't know anything about it. And yes, maybe that's something that Niantic needs to fix, maybe not. But anyways, I don't have anything. There's nothing. There's no Pokestops in sight. There's nothing on site. So yes, I am a rural player. I live in a place where there's not gonna be nothing out there, you know. Only wild Pokemon that I can't even pinpoint. Like there was a Torala that I wanted to catch that I don't even know where it is. So yeah, the game is unfair for me, you know. Yeah, sure, the game will be unfair for me for that thing. I can't go anywhere else like that. But here's the thing. I have a car, and that means that I can go ahead and drive the places I want to be. Now here's the kicker. I have a full-time job. I want to have a full-time job because I don't actually make YouTube for a living or anything like that, because I don't want it to be my life. I don't want YouTube to be my life. I want other things to be my life. I want to work as much as I can, retire whenever I want to, and all those things, you know, just the simple normal life, you know. But Pokemon Go changed a little bit of that. Pokemon Go actually gave a change in what I really am, and I really wanted to do this kind of thing. So when I watch people like Trainer Tips, Mystic 7, Reversal, play this game full time. I'm like, yeah, he has the life to be able to do that, you know. He doesn't actually, he wanted to become a Pokemon Go trainer, and he did it. Because of the people watching videos like this, is that people like that actually can go out there and do what they need to do, because they get paid for that, and they spend hours upon hours upon hours being able to actually play the game and record it for you guys, and then be able to show it to the world, you know. So people like them are inspiring because they can do whatever they need to do to make the game better, and that's what has happened in the last year and a half, year and 2 months since this game came out. People have actually been able to make their living because of Pokemon Go. Now, I'm not saying, people are saying, yeah, okay, so YouTube is not really a job, you guys are just doing it for the views and the popularity. It's a job that requires so many hours, more than anybody can actually understand sometimes. And people like me, who work full-time, a 40-hour full-time job, where I can barely even go out and play the game, it really takes you. So watching people like them is fun because it's things that you can do, you want to do, and basically changes their mindset, you know. So they want to do this thing. Now they changed my mindset. I want to do Pokemon Go videos for a reason, and I want to show you guys exactly what here in Florida is. Sorry for the quick interruption. So again, what I really want to do is basically do Pokemon Go videos out there in Florida, because there's just a lot of tourism in Florida and everything. There's a lot of places you can go to actually play Pokemon Go. So that's what I wanted to do in the last two videos. I have showcased a little bit of the struggles of being a Pokemon Go player in Florida. I have traveled places to raid, specifically for legendary Pokemon, to be able to find them, to be able to know where they are and all of that, you know. So basically, I have to drive 25 to 30 minutes to places where I have to raid with other people. And that's the thing. I mean, it's not easy going places where you don't even know if people are gonna go to. Now, let me show you just one more thing that I usually use, thanks to the community, thanks to the people who are out there who really like this game and want to play it as much as possible. Discord. Now, Discord is a place where we can go ahead and, you know, talk about a lot of different things. It's like a chat room kind of thing, or online chat room. Now, as you can see here, I have a website for both the Bradenton and Sarasota areas where people really play the game, like really want to play the game, and the community grouped together to make this Discord specifically for the people out there. Now, I live a little bit further than that. I actually live maybe 20 to 30 minutes more than them, you know, so it's not easy for me to get there when I'm actually getting out of work and then having to go out there and try to make a video or so. That's why I don't make a video every single day. That's why I don't actually have the time to make a video every single day, because by the time I get up for work, they're already finishing the raids or doing other things, and by the time I get home and get changed, it's already time to finish up the raid system and everything, you know. So yes, maybe they should have gave them, like, you know, nighttime raid systems and everything, but it's too dangerous for Pokemon Go to do that, especially with everything that has happened in the last year and few months, you know. So we have a raid team of almost 500 plus players wanting to actually raid these battles, you know, wanting to actually wanting to actually play the game. So we organize those groups, and especially the people in this Discord specifically, they have organized so well exactly how the community has grown, you know. And we keep getting people coming in, even people from other places. They have come and joined our group specifically for Pokemon Go, and we're helping them out. We're always going to raise. If you see in the last few videos, you see how many people actually are raiding in each one of them, and that's only a small portion of how many people really want to do. Join a Facebook group or something to actually help you in that regard. So my thoughts on Pokemon Go: yes, it might be a little unfair for people who barely have anything outside and they have to do things, but if you really want to play the game, then yes, you will go out there, you will go drive 20 minutes, 30 minutes to play the game, because that's how the game really is. you know. So that's basically what happened. That's basically what needs to be done to be able to play the game if you want to play the game. Now, here's the concern number 2 here in Florida. One of the things that we struggle is driving there, you know. Florida is a big place. It's a humongous place completely. So for me to get to some place, again, it's 20 to 30 minutes. You can't bike there. You can't walk there. You have to drive. There's big highways where I live, so there's no way I can actually walk or bike anywhere. So I have to take my car. What else can I take, you know? And I'm paying for the car because I actually, you know, I work full time to pay for everything that I own here. This camera that I have right now, I paid it out of my own money. So things like that, you know. So no, well, things like that basically. So in regards to the other players out there, in regards to the community, it's like, this is a great community out there. This is a it's a community that has actually put together in so many ways, and we have struggles to so many things, you know, since the beginning of the game, where game crashes was happening half the time, when you can barely catch a Pokemon because so many people were playing, you know. And Niantic didn't think that the ability to play Pokemon Go like that was humongous. It was an incredible thing to happen. But now, because the game is unfair for everybody in the way that, oh, okay, yeah, I can't do that. I can't travel to Japan. I can't travel to Australia. I cannot travel to United States or Canada and all that stuff to try to catch any of those exclusive Pokemons that you can only catch in the wild, or catch legendary Pokemons like Mewtwo or things like that, you know. Yeah, it sucks. What else can you say, really? It sucks that you can't get those Pokemon. It sucks that you're not able to do that. But you're not gonna cheat the game into thinking that you're gonna catch those Pokemon. That's why I don't like spoofing. If people can spoof to be able to play the game because they can play the game and do those things, that's fine. Let them do what they do, but don't ruin the game for other people. Just let them be, but let them, those spoofers, or let the people who can play the game they want to be. As for people who really want to play the game for what it truly is, then let us play it the way that it truly meant to play. It's just that the negativity that comes from YouTubers like Trainer Tips or Mystic7 or even Reversal at this point, it's incredible. Why do you want to hate on people who make their living out of this and they're working all the time? Now, maybe the game won't be out for such a long time, but the Pokemon games, the series, everything is gonna keep on going. So if that keeps going, the people are still gonna play Pokemon Go, and they'll still be able to make YouTubes like this. Now, yes, I'm a rural player. I work 40 hours a week. I can't travel. I can only go to places in the United States, and because of family reasons and personal reasons, I can't travel outside the United States. I have to stay where I am and do what I can where I am, you know. Now, yeah, Florida is the place where we get exclusives like Hecatros and Corsola because of the little margin that we have with Mexico and all that stuff, so, or Latin America. But I can't drive anywhere, or I'm sorry, I cannot travel everywhere. I can't be everywhere at once, and because of my job, it only requires me to be there 40 hours a week, every single week. I can only take enough time off to do certain things. It's not the greatest, but I live with it. What I do is basically I have my Pokemon Go Plus, which I don't have with me right now because it's in my car right now. I take it, I click it on, I have it on through the entire workday, and then just click on it, just click on it, just click on it. I have so many Pokemon I caught. I level up so many times because of it, and it basically saved the game for me for a couple of reasons. One is because when I work, I have 2 Pokestops that I can not spoof off, but GPS drift through them. So the Pokemon Go Plus gets them. I click on them as fast as I can, and then I just get the experience from it. So for 8 to 9 hours in my workday, I'm just clicking, just click, and then I reset the Pokemon Go Plus to go back to the Bluetooth to keep on clicking all day, and I don't stop. And of course, you can have 2 Pokestops that I have to use that respond every 5 minutes, so I can only click them every so many times. The Pokemon that spawn around those areas, also too, they're just Pidgeys, Rattatas, Ursalines, Eevees, and all the stuff. So it's really not much common Pokemons or rare Pokemons out there, unless there's some big spawn all of a sudden random stuff that like a Snorlax in the middle of nowhere, you know, which actually happened to me just recently, but still, that's not the point. The point is that I don't have the time to play the game, and I only play it through certain times of the day. So I just keep on clicking my Pokemon Go Plus to gain experience, to gain the things. Now, I'm high enough level to be able to help other people rate in the race system and the legendaries and everything. So I caught, as you can see, 5 Pokemons from the last raids. It took me 10 tries to get a Ticuno the first time around. It took me two times to get Lugia, 3 times to get Moltres, and 2 times to get, or the first time actually, is to get Zapdos. So it's not unfair. It's fair for everybody, and it was fair for me. So I went ahead and raided OtakuZone. Now, as for raid passes and the money that's put in there, yes, I put money into the game for a reason, because I want to do those things. I want to play the game. And the cool things about it is that, you know, Niantic has given us discount and all stuff. Now, it's $1. You spend that just by going to McDonald's or on food or anything, you know. $1 per raid pass. If you don't get any more raid pass, then don't. You get a free one every single day. So if you're not able to catch it, then just catch it the next day. And since Legendaries has come out, you have so many ample time to do it, to plan out what you really want to do, what raids you want to go to. You had 3 chances to catch the Legendary Birds, and now you have 2 more weeks to catch them, thanks to Niantic saying that we're gonna release them and keep them on until the 31st of August. So what I'm trying to say is that, yes, it sucks that you have to spend money on that, but whatever the case may be, any game that you play, you will spend money on it unless you don't want to. So if you don't want to spend money on it, then go ahead and don't spend any money on it. Play the game that you want to play, but don't ruin it. Again, don't ruin it for everybody else. Now, I don't know if this is the final topic of it, but what do I think about the exclusive raids? I think they're a good idea and a bad idea at the same time. A good idea in the way that, yes, Mewtwo should be an exclusive Pokemon, and a lot of the Pokemon should be exclusive in that regard. They should only be exclusive to the people playing the game entirely. So basically, if you really want to actually get those Pokemon, then go ahead and do the raids. Maybe the system is a little messed up, and the only thing, the reason it's only messed up is because, yes, there will be places that we can go and raid those things, and if the Pokemon will be in a specific raid boss, exclusive raid boss in that specific gym that you have not raided yet, then it's just, you know, it's sad because, yeah, okay, so I couldn't get it this time. Maybe I'll get it next time then. I just have to keep on going, keep grinding the game, you know. So I just don't think that it's unfair. It's more than fair enough, because true players like the community that we have out there, like Trainer Tips or Reversal or even Mystic 7 at this point, and I'll keep mentioning them for throughout the end of this video, is that they grind the game so much. Now, should they give us fair warning or where the exclusive raid will be? Probably. Because if you really want people to play it or want to catch that Pokemon, then you're gonna let us know early in the game, Niantic. But not to everybody, or not to everybody to just play the game the way it's not supposed to be, you know. It's like, there are people like us for a reason, and there are people like us for a reason, and we play the game to show you guys exactly what we mean. So the only reason really I wanted to make this video is because the community is breaking down a little bit, and people are going crazy thinking that the game is all completely unfair for all of you guys. It's not unfair. It's been fair for me since day one, and it's never really given me trouble. And I was just like the very few, you know, that put the game down for a while. Didn't even touch it, didn't even open the app for a good month, maybe month and a half. I don't know how long was it that during the winter time, you know, before Generation 2 came out. But I keep watching videos like this, you know, videos like Trainer Tips and Mystic and Reversal, because they kept the game fun for me, and I can't do that every day because I have what I have to do to be able to survive, you know. So I hope that this video actually opens up a couple of eyes. I hope, and I know that maybe not a lot of people will watch it, but at least I wanted to make it because I feel like I should address it too. And once I started making YouTube, then I have to kind of get into those things, you know. So yeah, that's all my point is really. And again, I'm just like anybody else, full-time worker with rural area places. I can't open the app in my room thinking that I'm gonna spawn an unknown or a target tick at this point, you know. I make the sacrifice to be able to drive to play this game, and I make the sacrifice to be able to do those kind of things only where I can go. I won't be able to travel. I won't be able to show you Japan or Amsterdam or Australia or anything of those regional exclusive or anything. Probably not for a couple more months, more years, depends on how my situation goes. But it's still, I mean, I'm not somebody who wants to travel everywhere. Only travel to the right places, you know. Now that's pretty much it, and really that's all I really wanted. I wanted to get out of my chest because I keep seeing all of this negativity in Twitter, YouTube, you know, Niantic websites and all that stuff, and it's not fair. They're trying to make a game as more enjoyable as anything, and just like a lot of people, I want this game to survive. I want this game to keep going as much as possible, you know. So if you guys really think that you'll be able to do so many things just by hacking the game and playing it outside of the rural areas, then yeah, that's fine. If you want to travel to specific places just to catch Pokemon, then so be it. Just let the game be fun. Let it just play a game, a normal game, just like any other game out there, other games that we want to. We still have many years to come with Pokemon Go. I hope that we still have many years with Pokemon Go. So if you like the video, once again, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll be posting my next video both this weekend and whenever I get the chance to, you know. So until then, thank you, Otakus guys. We'll see you guys in the next one.